Good morning all. Today we will discuss the topic pressure. What is pressure? Before we discuss that, we will have some basics elements. Number 1, perpendicular to a plane. Okay, so we will discuss about what happens when any force is perpendicular to a plane or any force is normal to a plane. Perpendicular means, let's assume that this is a simple body. Okay, this notebook is a simple body and this is the pen. This orange pen is applying a force. Here you can see the force. Okay, so this pen makes an angle 90 degree with the another pen, black pen. Then it is said that the black pen is perpendicular to 90 degree and orange pen is also perpendicular to 90 degree. This is called perpendicular to a plane. Or any force which acts perpendicular, it will act like this. Now case number 2, normal to the plane. A line is said to be normal to a given plane if it does not lie on the plane yet makes 90 degree. That means it will not lie on the plane but it will make 90 degree. How it will happen? This is simple notebook. Okay, so and if this pen is lying on it and making a 90 degree, okay, it is not lying like this. Okay, this case is perpendicular. If it is lying like this, like if I pass this pen through this hole, then this pen is perpendicular to this hole. That means this pen is normal to the hole. Okay, this is a case of normal, and if this pen is like this, then it is a case of perpendicular. Okay, thrust. The total force acting on a surface is called thrust. So what is thrust? It is basically a type of force. Thrust is a force. Like if this is a table, a book is lying on the table, then the book will have its weight working downwards and there will be a normal reaction upward. Okay, there will be normal reaction upward. Then this normal reaction is a force. This is a force. Okay, this normal reaction is also a force and weight is also a force. Then total force acting on any surface is called thrust. Then comes area. Area means, in this case you can see that this book is in contact with the table with this area only. Okay, so this is the required area. So area is the surface in contact or simply the surface of any body. The unit of thrust is Newton because thrust is also a force, so its unit is Newton. Whereas area is equal to length into length. So the unit of length is meter. So meter into meter will become meter square. Simple conversion. Convert meter into centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Similarly, meter into meter means 1 meter multiplied by 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter into 100 centimeter, which means 1 meter square is equal to 10 raised to power 4 centimeter square. Now in decimal how we will write this? In decimal we will write this as 1 centimeter square is equal to 0.0001 meter square, because there is a power 4 here, positive. So when we will convert one value into another, then it will have decimal on left. At how many places? 4 places. Pressure is basically a force on a given area. What is pressure? So now we will discuss pressure. Pressure is exerted by everything which has mass. Okay, so now you know that force is equal to mass into gravity. That means any body which has mass will exert a force due to gravitational acceleration of earth. So pressure is exerted by everything which has mass. Okay, so I'll write the formula. We'll get the simple formula. Pressure is equal to force divided by area. It is, what is pressure? Pressure is ratio of thrust acting per unit area. So here, what is the key term in place of force? The key term is thrust upon area. So what is pressure? Pressure is thrust upon area. Come to unit. Unit is Pascal, because Blaise Pascal was a scientist who demonstrated hydrodynamics and hydrostatics. Okay, so on the name of scientist Blaise Pascal, this unit of pressure is given as Pascal, denoted by capital PA. It is PA known as Pascal. How we will derive it? It is Newton per meter square. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. So it is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Written as Nm minus 2 also. So there are two methods to write: N upon M square and Nm minus 2. Now, what are the factors on which pressure depends? From the formula we can see that pressure depends on force and pressure depends on area. Okay. So now force. What is force? Force is basically thrust. That means number of forces acting on any body is called thrust. Force is thrust. Since numerically this force is in numerator and area is in denominator, so we will relate first force and pressure. Here I will discuss mathematically, then we will discuss it experimentally. So if you see that 4 is a value 4. Okay, if I divide 4 by any number, 4 by 1, it is 4. If I divide 4 by 2, okay, it will become 2. Okay, and if I divide 4 by 3, what happens? If I divide 4 by 3, then it will become how much? 1.3 something. Okay, so here what we see, because it is according to formula, pressure is equal to force upon area. In case 1, I have taken force common, 4. Okay, force is constant and I am increasing the area. So what is happening? It is 4 to 1.3. So from here we can say that if we keep force constant and increase the area, then pressure is decreasing, 4, 2 and 1.3. So from here we can see that pressure decreases with area. So for decreasing we have the relation of inverse. So from here we see that pressure is inversely proportional to area. That means if we increase the pressure, area will decrease. That means if a body with a small area exert a pressure on any body, then it will have more pressure. Take the example of this pen. If this pen point is exerting more pressure, but the cap is not exerting that much pressure. The reason, because the pen point is, this pen point you can see it is having a small area, so it will exert less pressure, while the back of the pen, this back cap, is having a area which is much bigger than the point of pen. So this will exert less pressure and this will exert more pressure. Now we will discuss about force. Okay, this discussion was about area. Now we will discuss about force. Now we will take the formula pressure is equal to force upon area. In this case we will increase the force, but we will keep the area constant. Okay, so case 1 I am taking 2 Newton. So pressure becomes 2. Then again I am taking 3 Newton. 3 upon 1 it is 3. Okay, and 4 upon 1 is 4. In this case what I am doing, I am increasing the force. So from here we see that if we increase the force and keep the area constant, that is 1, then pressure is increasing. That means pressure is directly proportional to force. That means if we increase the force, then what will happen? If we increase the force, pressure will increase. And in case 2, if we increase the area, pressure will decrease. That means if we decrease the area, pressure will increase. So mathematically, because it is a fraction, it is a ratio. So if denominator is decreased, then numerator is increased. This is a mathematical explanation of this formula. Now, how can we explain this with the help of activity? So in your book, it is given activity 1. What is activity 1? To show that effect of force depend on the area on which it is applied. There are so many examples. We can take an example of any fruit or vegetable and a sharp knife. You can see that this is a knife. Okay, there are two edges. This is the sharp edge and this is the blunt edge. So what I will say, I'll show you how to use it. So this is a banana here. I'm taking, you can see this is the sharp side. So I will show you how this sharp. I'm putting a very less pressure and I am able to cut it very easily. Okay, you can see that this banana is cut. Okay, now case number 2, I will turn my knife and now I am trying to cut it, and in this case you can see that I am unable to cut it. Okay, I am not able to cut this banana because this side is having more area and this side is having less area. Okay, so what is the effect of area on pressure or force? Okay, if the area is more, then force is less. Okay, here you can see the area is more, so I have to apply more force to cut this banana. But in this case, when the area is less, then I can cut the banana very easily. So this is effect of force. The activity what is very simple. It shows that how effect of force depends on area. There is one more example. Okay, there is one more example. We'll take a pen. There are two ends. This is the broader tip and this is the pointed tip. So what I will happen, you can see that I am putting a pressure on my hand. Okay, I am pressing it on both sides. I am pressing it from both sides. So what happens, you can see that there is a point on my hand. You can see that there is a point on my hand because this is a pointed pin and it is putting, when I am putting force, then due to the less area it is making a mark on my hand. But in this case, when I am reversing it, then I am doing the same thing here. You can see that there is no such effect on my hand with this broader tip. Okay, it is not affecting me this much. But if I put a little pressure, here, you can see that there is a huge difference in applied pressure. So this is activity 1, which shows that effect of force depend on area on which it is applied. Example, it is easy to cut an apple or a vegetable or a banana, as I have given you example, with the sharp knife than a blunt one, because sharp knife have less area and a blunt knife will have large area of contact. So if the area is large, then we have to apply more force, and if less area is there, then with a small force you can apply more pressure. Now activity 2. There is activity 2 on the same page given. So in this activity, what they have taken, the activity is to show that effect of force depend on its magnitude. That means, magnitude means the amount of force which we are applying. 1 Newton, 2 Newton, 3 Newton or so on. So that is magnitude of force. How much, what is the quantity of force which we are applying. So we will take two things, case 1 and case 2. Because in the beginning I have told you that pressure is exerted by everything which has mass. So I will take 3 bricks. This brick number A, brick number B and brick C. There are 3 bricks. So case number 1, this is a soft mud. This is a soft mud. You can see that this whole area is soft mud. So now we will see the impression of brick on the soft mud. When we kept this brick A here, then it will go inside the mud. Okay, this is case 1. Now similarly we will do the same experiment with 2 bricks. This is brick B and brick C. We will keep it on one another. Then what we'll see that the impression in case A is lighter, while in case 2, okay, in case 1 it is lighter and in case 2 it is more prominent and deeper. More prominent okay, and deep. It goes much more deeper in the mud when we apply 2 bricks. This shows that effect of force depend on magnitude. That means if we apply more force, then what will happen? What will happen? It will have more pressure on the body. On the same content, now we will do some example. Now we have taken one example. A box of iron is placed on the sand. The weight of the box is 250 Newton, whereas area of contact is 12.5 meter square. Find the pressure exerted. So, rule for numerical, you have to write the given condition. So, in this case, 250 Newton is the force. So, F is 250 Newton. What is area of contact? Area is 12.5 meter square. So, here it is Newton, here it is meter square. So, no need to do conversion. Okay, what you have to find? You have to find pressure. What is the formula? Pressure is equal to force upon area. So put the value here. Pressure is equal to what is force? 250 upon 12.5 Newton per meter square. Remove the decimal. It will become how much? 2500. Cancel it. Okay. 125 ones are and 125 twos are. Okay. 250 is double of 125. So it will go 20 times. So what is pressure here? Pressure is 20 Newton per meter square. How can we write it? The standard form, it is 20 PA, 20 Pascal. This is your answer. Now example number 2. A wooden box of dimension 25 cm into 10 cm into 5 cm is placed on a rubber sheet. It weighs 25 Newton. The base area is in contact. Find the pressure exerted. In the case where the dimension is given of any solid, then it's better you draw the diagram. I have drawn a diagram because length, breadth and height is given, so it is a cuboid. I have drawn a cuboid and here I have mentioned the dimension. First dimension is always for length, so 25 is length. Second is always for breadth, so 10 cm is breadth. And third is always height, so 5 cm is height. I have drawn a diagram. So now from here see which area is in contact, because it is written as base area is in contact. So here the base is this part. So this is 25 because it's a rectangle. This is also equal to 25. So this is 10. So this is also 10. So the base area is 25 into 10. So first of all I will write all the values. 25 centimeter, 10 centimeter and 5 centimeter. And what is area? Sorry, what is force? It is 25 Newton. So centimeter is not a standard unit of which is used in pressure. So I will convert it. So it is 0.25 meters and it is 0.10 meters and it is 0.05 meters. What do you have to find? We have to find pressure. Write the formula. Formula is always in the box. You write whole value. I am using the abbreviations. You will write pressure is equal to force upon area as a whole. So what is area? Area of the, it is the area of base. So it is force upon area on base. Sorry, area of base. So force is 25 Newton upon 0.25 into 0.10. Remove the decimal. It will become 100. Again remove the decimal. It will become 100. 25 cancel, 0 and 0 cancel. You get 1000 Newton per meter square. It is in Newton, it is in meter square. So here pressure is equal to 1000 Pascal. That's all for the day. Have a nice day.